Uttarkashi tragedy, a wake-up call to respect the mountains. The heartbreaking tragedy unfolding in Uttarkashi is more than just another natural disaster. It's a glaring reminder of what happens when nature is pushed too far. Over the past few days, flash floods have devastated large parts of the Uttarkashi district in Uttarakhand, leaving a trail of destruction and despair. Homes have been swept away, businesses have been reduced to rubble, and most painfully, more than 50 people from Darali village are still unaccounted for. At least 4 lives have been confirmed lost. The mountain, it seems, is crying out for respect. Heavy and relentless rainfall, combined with fragile geological conditions, has made rescue efforts extremely challenging. Thick layers of muck, unstable and dangerous like quicksand, have hampered even the most determined rescue workers. Officials on the ground say it could take up to a week just to fully assess the damage. But even without all the data, one thing is crystal clear. This tragedy underscores a deeper issue that has long been ignored. A fragile ecosystem on the brink. Uttarkashi is nestled on the southern slopes of the Himalayas, a location both stunningly beautiful and incredibly vulnerable. It's a region shaped by ancient rivers, deep forests, and delicate ecosystems that have evolved over centuries. Yet, in the name of rapid development, particularly tourism, this balance has been increasingly disturbed. While some initial reports pinned the blame on a cloudburst, there is disagreement among experts about what exactly triggered the flooding. Regardless of the technical cause, the pattern is becoming painfully familiar. Mountain regions like Uttarkashi are prone to sudden landslides and flash floods, especially during the monsoon. Small mountain streams can quickly become raging torrents, carving new paths through unsuspecting settlements. And with glaciers melting faster due to climate change, the situation is growing more volatile each year. But natural elements tell only half the story. When development ignores ecology, Uttarkashi lies within the Bhagirathi Eco-Sensitive Zone, ESZ, a protected area stretching over 4,100 square kilometers between Gangotri and Uttarkashi town. This zone was designated in 2012 precisely to shield the region from unchecked development. The idea was to ensure that nature, culture, and livelihoods could coexist sustainably. Unfortunately, those good intentions have largely been brushed aside. Construction projects, often greenlit in the name of boosting tourism or improving connectivity, have paid little heed to the region's ecological limits. Rivers have been redirected, rocks chipped away to widen roads, and buildings erected dangerously close to floodplains. In the process, the natural safety valves of the region, its forests, its soil, its water channels, have been weakened or destroyed. Despite repeated warnings from environmentalists and members of the ESZ Monitoring Committee, both state and central authorities have continued down a path that prioritizes short-term gains over long-term safety. And every monsoon, the mountains remind us of the consequences. Tourism can't come at the cost of life. Yes, tourism is important. Yes, development is essential, but not at this cost. The Himalayas are not just a tourist destination, they're living, breathing ecosystems that demand a different kind of development, one that respects their uniqueness and limitations. Bulldozing roads, erecting massive hotels, and clearing forests for infrastructure in such areas is like playing with fire. We may not feel the consequences right away, but sooner or later, the mountain responds. Tuesday's disaster is not just a result of rainfall. It's the result of years of looking the other way, of treating the mountains as obstacles to be conquered rather than guardians to be understood and protected. Time for a rethink. As rescue operations continue and Uttarkashi counts its losses, it's time for a serious rethink. Policymakers, urban planners, environmental experts, and local communities must come together, not just to rebuild, but to rebuild better. That means strengthening the enforcement of environmental protections like the ESZ, incorporating traditional ecological knowledge into modern planning, and setting hard limits on where and how construction can take place. The mountains are warning us, again. Let's listen this time, because if we don't, the next tragedy may not give us a second chance. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.